Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today I am just doing my makeup using my 2018 or some of my 2018 makeup favorites. So over the last couple of days I've been publishing favorites videos. I did a makeup video and a like skin and hair, body, all that other stuff favorites video, and I thought, why not do a video where I'm actually putting the makeup on my face. I can't do one with like all of the hair and the skin and stuff like that because I don't know how that would work, but I can put the makeup on my face, so I'm gonna do that. I'm going to start by dropping things on the floor, but I'm going to start with the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer. I have the shade 250 Bisque. I didn't really have an eyeshadow primer that I loved this year, I mean, I've got eyeshadow primers that I like, but I didn't really love them, and to be perfectly honest, I was mostly using concealer as a base for eyeshadow. I'm going to apply it with one of my favorite tools from this year, the Ela Cosmetics Beauty Sponge. I freaking love this. I love this sponge so much. It is so soft and just soft. It's so freaking soft and I love it. It's pretty much the only like base application tool that I have used since I got it. I had a lot of eye favorites that I featured in the makeup video, and it was kind of hard to choose what to use. So I'm going to be featuring a few things. I'm going to start with Suva Beauty. This is the Saffron palette, and I'm gonna go in with this shade here. So this is Cinnamon. It's a gorgeous sort of brick red shade, and I'm using another favorite. This is a Hakuhodo B142 brush. This is a very simple blending brush. It's a good size for my eyes. I've got small, slightly hooded eyes, and this is sort of the perfect shape to get in the outer corner and the crease without blowing things out too much, but it also doesn't offer a lot of precision, so it does blend things fairly quickly and easily. With the Saffron palette from Suva Beauty, I would say that I tried two palettes from Suva Beauty this year, Block Party and the Saffron palette, and I don't think the mattes in the Saffron palette, I should say, are quite as good as the mattes in the Block Party palette. They are slightly different in formula, and I do think they require a bit more building, but you can still get a really beautiful effect with them. The thing that I loved about the Saffron palette in particular was the color story. It's just, I love it. I think it's really, really beautiful. I think they did a great job. Speaking of Block Party palette, here it is. I love this palette. It's great. It's great. Okay, so you look at this color story and it might not, you might be confused, it might not inspire you, and that's totally fine. Like, I get it, I get it. It's probably not the most cohesively wearable palette. There's two shades in here in particular that just absolutely blew my mind when I used it. It was Boombox and Dancing Shoes. So this sort of teal color and this dark blue. I'm gonna use them both today, which means yes, we're going for a green and blue eye look. I'm gonna start with Boombox, which is the teal shade here. I'm gonna use a Hakuhodo S146, and this is a small fluffy blending brush. This is great if you want a little bit of added precision. Again, perfect like for small eyes. If you have small eyes and you want to do detailed blending work, something like this is great. What totally shocked me about the Block Party eyeshadows, especially this teal and the matte blue, is how far the pigment can go. You only need a little bit and you can put it down and you can blend, 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 blend and really blow it out, and it just keeps going. Color, I don't even know where it comes from. It's like magic. Another thing that's great about it is they don't go on patchy and they don't go on like with a really low pigment that needs to be built up over time. You can just add a tiny bit, blend, 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 blow it right out. I mean, that already went further than I expected it to. And you just have this beautiful, rich pigmentation. The formula is outstanding. Hakuhodo J5529. So this is similar to the S146 in the fact that it is a tiny little blending brush, but it is not tapered. It is domed. Again, great for doing small eye blending work. I really like this one. So I'm gonna go in with Dancing Shoes, which is the dark navy matte blue. Next for the eyes is a product I talked about a whole range in my favorites. They are the Dawn Eyes Premiums. So this is one of the large pots of the premiums. These are $20 US. I would say that this is way, way, way more than enough. So you could even go with one of the smaller ones. In my favorites video, I mentioned that the Gleam Shadow Fixative from Dawn Eyes, mine had dried out and it's like it's thickened in the base. I can't even open mine anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I didn't put the lid on tight enough, or if maybe like the dropper, it's not completely like airtight around there. I don't know. But today I'm actually going to try something I haven't tried with the premiums before. This is a liquid sugar base. It's by another like company that does glitters. I can't remember the actual, Eye Candy. I've used this before. It's okay. I don't actually love it for applying glitter. It works, but it's not my fave. But I thought I would try it with the premiums today and see what sort of result we get. I'm going to use another favorite. This is a crown brush. I'm going to be featuring a lot of Luxe brushes in this video, and usually I do use Luxe brushes. They are my favorite, but I also have favorites that aren't Luxe. They're very cheap. This is the C150 Angle Fluff Brush. So it's an eyeshadow packing brush that's angled, and I wouldn't say it's fluffy, but it's very dense. I really like this one. Fuck, these are so beautiful. If you have like a large collection and you aren't really missing a lot, like you've got pretty much everything in your makeup stash, I would recommend that chameleon pigments be your next port of call if you don't already have them in your collection, because they are stunning. They are stunning and interesting. The premiums worked really nicely over the liquid sugar base, which is great. It means, fuck man, they're so vibrant. I would say that I got the same sort of really beautiful, bold, vibrant effect as I would with the Gleam Shadow Fixative, which is good for me because now I can use this. And I was never using it. So now it has a purpose for me. What you can't see, I don't think, is that the premium eyeshadow shifts from teal to blue to purple. And it is fucking glorious. Something else from NARS that I mentioned in my favorites, and this was something that I discovered earlier in the year, but I only had the opportunity to play with them, or I took the opportunity to play with them in December. They're glitters. Okay, so glitters are a dime a dozen. You can get them anywhere. So, you know, that's not anything super exciting. But I opted to go for NARS because, I don't know, their marketing, like there's one particular image on Instagram. Every time I saw it, my brain, like, I don't know, something, I had to have them. I had to have them. So I bought like 5,000 of them. I picked out these two, but I kind of think I'm gonna go with this one. And you guys can't see what it's doing, but it goes from like a pinky purple to a blue to a green. And I kind of feel like that's perfect for what I'm wearing at the moment. So I'm going with this one. It's called Absynth. So that gives you an idea with the green glow that it has. It's amazing. That is gorgeous. I've got glitter fall out of my face, and I'm gonna try and get some of it off because I'm gonna go in with foundation. I've taken some of the Shuamura. This is the Sakura Skin Perfector Makeup Refresher Mist, and I've popped it on a tissue, just sprayed it on there, got it a bit wet. This is something I usually do with a moisturizer. But it does work with face sprays as well. I would recommend using something hydrating and, you know, not sticky or anything like that. But essentially you just wet a tissue and wipe off excess glitter. And if you do this with a moisturizer, like your daily moisturizer, you're not taking off any of your like prepped skin unless you put on a primer, and I did not. So there we go. Another option is to use shadow shields. It's not all off, never managed to get it all off, but some of it is off. I am going to conceal before I put on my foundation, and again I'm using the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear in Bisque, and I'm using my Ela Cosmetics sponge. Oh, I fucking love this. It's so good. It is so freaking good. I did talk about some like makeup base brushes in my favorites. And you might be wondering, why aren't you using any of them? It's because the sponge is dirty, and the foundation that I'm going to use, which is Too Faced Peach Perfect, I actually don't love applying that with a brush. I actually prefer it with a sponge. So I figured there's no point dirtying a brush just to put on concealer. Foundation, Too Faced Peach Perfect. This was gifted to us this year. Kat and I received a subscriber gifted package with the Peach Perfect foundation in it, and oh my god, I love it. I fucking love it. This is probably a foundation that I will keep in my stash for many years to come. I love it. It holds up really well on oily skin, which I have, but it's not so thick and cakey and heavy that it's uncomfortable on what I now consider to be my slowly aging skin. It's funny, like the consistency of it, let's see if I can show you. So the consistency looks quite runny, and it is, but when you put it on with a brush or your fingers, you can feel that it's actually a little bit balmy, but it doesn't go on heavy or cakey, which is just It's so nice. It's such a good formula. I really, really like it. This foundation does have its drawbacks. It's not completely perfect. I don't like to wear sunglasses with it because it will lift sort of on the bridge of the nose or on the sides of the bridge of the nose, and it's impossible to fix. Often when I try and fix it, I just end up making it look worse, which is frustrating. But the fact that it will wear all day, I think it claims 14 hours. Yeah, 14-hour wear. I would agree with that. Like, this will wear all day without looking like shit, basically. Powder. It's Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. I loved this powder this year. I love the scent, and I also think it works really well in conjunction with the foundation, which is fantastic. I'm going to use this brush to set under my eyes, which I love this job. Like, I love it for this job. However, this is a brush that I would consider a bit of an all-rounder. You can set a full face with it. You can use it to highlight, to apply blush, to bronze or contour. This is what I consider an investment brush. It's a brush that has many jobs that it can get done very well. It's a quality piece, so if you look after it, it will last you a really long time, and it's luxe as fuck. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use another Hakuhodo brush. This is the B531. This is a gigantic, fluffy, angled brush. To bronze, I'm going to use the Patrick Starrr Give Me Life bronzing powder and the Hakuhodo B505 brush. So I like this powder. It's very nice, or this bronzer. I talked about like the MAC Patrick Starrr collaborations in my favorites video. I really love them. I just love them. I think they're so well done. And this brush, again, it's another all-rounder. It's an investment brush. So you can use this to set under the eyes again. You can use it to bronze, apply blush, highlight if you want, apply face powder. You can do a whole face, like a whole base with this brush, basically, other than applying like a liquid foundation. Don't do that. Blush, I'm going to use another MAC Patrick Starrr piece. This is the Take Me Home blush. So it is a duo blush. You've got a matte and a shimmery blush. I like to mix them together. I'm going to use a Hakuhodo S110 brush. This again is an all-rounder. I actually mostly like to use this for bronzing and contouring my face. But again, you can use it for setting under the eyes, setting the full face, bronzing and contouring, blush, highlight. It's such a good brush. This is my most used brush of 2018. Easy. Once this gets dirty, I wash it straight away and let it dry overnight and start using it again. Other brushes, even my Luxe brushes, once they're dirty and they're, you know, usually what I do is I use a brush and I'll spot clean it, and I'll continue using it for a week or two, and then I consider it dirty. It needs a deep clean, and they all go into a drawer, and I do like a massive clean of like usually over 100 brushes all at once. It takes me all day and it leaves my hands in a state. But this one, it never gets put in the drawer. It always gets washed and used. I fucking love this brush so much. Highlight, I'm going to use the Becca Berlin Girl Glow highlighter that was created in collaboration with Hatice Schmidt. She sent Kat and I both one of these. Hatice did, not Becca. So thank you, Hatice. That is absolutely, like, thank you. Just thank you. It's so kind. This is gorgeous. This is an absolutely beautiful highlighter. I'm just going to apply it and show you. Another favorite is a Hakuhodo brush. This one again doesn't have the name printed on it, so I'll pop it on the screen, but it is a long fluffy blending brush. This, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could totally use this in the eye area if you have large eyes. I use it for highlighting. So this highlighter gives a really nice wet look to the skin, which I love. Doesn't accentuate texture too much either, which was always a problem I had with Becca highlighters, but I don't feel like this one does it as badly. So I love that. If you're umming and ahhing about it, get it. I'm going to put a little bit of eyeliner on. I'm going to use JD Glow. These are the liquid gel liners. I have the like chameleon pigment ones, so the multichromes, and I also have some metallic ones, which I love. I'm gonna go with this one. This is Translayed. This is one of the multichrome ones. It's gonna get lost in this eye because it's pretty much the same color. So I'm just going to do a little accent. The JD Glow liners just blew me away this year. They are just, they're so interesting. Like, why have boring line? Don't get me wrong, I love, you know, boring black liner, but I love these more. Okay, I did my brows and I did it off camera because I don't have a brow favorite. I use the Colourpop brow gel in, or brow color in Blondie. It's the one I've been using pretty much all through 2018, but I wouldn't consider it like a favorite. I'm gonna go in with mascara. This is the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. I just have a little sample. I love this mascara. It is so freaking nice. Lashes. I'm going to apply the Eylure Luxe lashes in the style Solitaire. Now, these are standard band lash. They're short at either end and then long in the center. I trim mine, or I cut them in half, and I get 2 pair out of each. Where am I? There we go. 2 pairs out of each packet of lashes. I have so many lashes in my stash, it is absurd. So I can't justify buying more of these, but they're on their last legs. I've abused them. I've used and abused them, but when I am in the market for buying more lashes, I'm gonna buy these, unless I can find basically an exact dupe with a clear band. These don't have a clear band. It is like a solid black band. So if I could find an exact dupe for these with a clear band, I'm on it. While I wait for the lash glue to dry, I'm going to dig into this. This is the Viseart Grande Pro Volume 2 palette. I'm going to take a very simple color, this one right here. This is actually a translucent eyeshadow with a bluish turquoise-ish shift. The brush I'm using to apply this eyeshadow is a Hakuhodo brush. This is just like a paddle brush, a simple eyeshadow packing brush. The size of it is perfect for applying eyeshadow on small eyes, and it has a nice tapered tip, so you can do some detail work with it. You can use this for inner corner work like I just did. You can use it to cut the crease. You can use it to apply eyeshadow all over the lid. You can use it for under the eyelash or like the lower lash line. It is a multi-purpose eye brush and it is fantastic. I'm also going to use that brush, same one, to take this shade from the Viseart palette. So it's upside down. This one here, it's a duochrome. It shifts from pink to orange. lashes on. I also tight lined and did my waterline with this guy. It's a Revlon Color Stay cream gel pencil in 836 Private Island. So this is like a sort of tealishy, bluey, it's not quite blue, it's not quite teal. The two have come together to make a beautiful baby. It's very nice. I didn't include it in my favorites, not because it's not good, it just wasn't like something that really stood out to me this year. They are very nice. Okay, I'm going to rehydrate a little bit with my Shu Uemura. So it's the Skin Perfector Makeup Refresher Mist, which I used earlier to get some of the glitter off my face. Still got some. These are beautiful. I love them. The mister on these is so nice. Lips. I talked about a lot of lip products in my favorites, but the one I'm most obsessed with at this current point in time is NARS Camden Girls. So this is a Velvet Lip Glide. It is a greyish-ish, like grey, mauvey, purplish nude. It's amazing. I fucking love it. I love this so much that I went and bought another mini of the lip coffret that this come in. It is a limited edition shade to that little coffret, but I think they'll probably bring those shades out sometime in 2019. I hope they do, because I will buy the shit out of it, because this color is gorgeous. Alright guys, that's it. I'm done. This is my face for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed me using some of my makeup favorites for 2018. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be featuring these products in more videos. I always think that I will do that, and then I don't, because I get new products and I feature them instead, and then other things come in and the cycle continues. But hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be able to show these things more in 2019. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave comments down below in the comments section. I'm going because I feel delirious and I need to eat some food, and I don't know what I'm doing with myself. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.